bullseye.
What's up guys, it's me Tyrox and welcome back to another episode of WWE SuperCard. It is Christmas Day. I want to wish you guys the merriest of Christmas and also happy holidays. Hope you guys enjoying your time, and if not, or if you're just having a few minutes spare and checking out this video, I very much appreciate you first of all, and thank you for hanging out. I hope I can give you a bit of entertainment throughout these following minutes. Now, updates. Top left corner hasn't changed yet, but we are going to change that right now, right here. Well, not the top left corner, but we will make changes so that I should update the top left corner until the next episode, because that Leo Rush is now able to be pro'd. While I do compare the stats real quick to make sure he is fully trained, he is indeed, and that is going to be another Leo Rush pro'd. The second one out of three Gothic pros. Quite a nice look there. And I'm gonna go and check out if we've got a Goliath card that we can smack on there to get him fully trained. Not many left anymore. The Asuka seems to be the only one. Is she in any deck? No, she is not. That is Gucci. I think she was in the female Rumble as well, but of course I updated that, so that's not an issue anymore. Popper on there, Leo Rush fully trained up. I of course went for toughness and speed as I did on the prop, but instead of charisma on the other one, I went for power on this one, and then one on charisma. As we do, that should put us into Gothic plus plus indeed. Not as far into it as I would have expected, to be honest. I thought we would be like a good halfway through, but not quite it seems. I mean, still Gothic plus plus is more than fine. We were not going to hit Neon with that either way anyways, and those top 5 there in the momentum slots are not too bad. I'm quickly going to relock to do like fully update to give us the most up-to-date version of our tier deck as well. And who knows, maybe if the game's feeling in the Christmas spirit, is going to give us a bit of a reset in this episode as well. That is how far we're through apparently, so didn't really update at all. Now, from what it looked like just a second ago, if we quickly go into Money in the Bank, we can update there. Almost Gothic plus even. Road to Glory has jumped into Gothic now. Regeneration, jeez, not even halfway through. I was hoping for getting slowly towards Neon. Okay, 5 Gothic pros it is, I believe. 5 Gothic pros it is. Updates in terms of the Winter Fusion cards. I think the Rhino I've not shown on video. I'm not sure. He might be a bit older. I might have just forgotten to show him though, so don't quote me on that, please. And the other one is April. We've pro the Big Show. Of course, not helpful in terms of tier or anything like that, but we can see the silver side out there. There's of course a bit of star rating on top, which is not easy to get outside of it. I think getting a pro there is a bit unique. Essentially, we're in Gothic King of the Ring still. Deck is now improved a little bit with that Leo Rush for the next turn, of course, not for this one. As we kind of put him into a running King of the Ring rather. Of course, Money in the Bank update, we're sitting at 16,500 contracts, so about 3,000 away. I'm again trying my very best, and Ring Innovation is going quite well. Team's been slaying it for the most part. Even though it is this has started on Christmas Eve essentially. Some people bang out some shards. I've got 4 right now, so not too bad, I guess. And that's going to be the main focus today. Maybe getting a few more shards here tonight. Tomorrow, of course, on Christmas Day, I'm going to be out family gathering and all that nonsense. So not going to be able to get much in. Maybe a few more, but our aim really just team regeneration. I said, you know what, we're not going to do TBG, so we're not got one running. We're just going to take it slow. 1 card shouldn't be too bad. I think a 10 shard average for a person shouldn't be too much of an issue even on a day like that. And of course, as you can see there, if some people get a bit more, that leaves others to be able to get a bit less. I think some of the people, as we get into live game, awesome. Got a pro on the SummerSlam 18, of course, so it would be cool to get the second one. I wouldn't bank on it, to be honest, on a day like that, or on a period like that for an event. But of course, we're going to try our best. Everybody's going to do his best as much as he can, as much time as he's got over these days, over the holidays, and then we're going to see where we go. And of course, fully pick back up after the holidays are over. That should be now an easy win, as of course we've seen at the start there. Opponent has left the game. And if you're wondering, you just said Team Ring of Animation is the main focus. What are you doing in Elimination Chamber right now? I will tell you in a second. I'm not sure if I've gone through that in a video before, but of course if there's new faces, either new subscribers or of course people that just coming to this video, first video on the channel, of course, first of all, I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate you checking that video out. Hope you enjoy. If so, do give it a good old subscribe. Would be very, very much appreciated for a daily SuperCard content, even on a day like that. And I will then, again, if I did already go through that, tell you guys what my thought process behind playing Elimination Chamber right here is. Of course, I've got a bout left, or like a bout left in terms of being able to fill one up in the bout section. So I've got one spot open. So I'm not essentially wasting time while not playing Ring Animation or Team Ring Animation right now. I'm fine playing a one Elimination Chamber match right here. This strategy, I'm gonna call it, is of course gonna be not most effective, but makes most sense when you're, for example, running out of ads and you gotta wait 15 minutes until you can play the next Team Ring Animation match anyways. So if you've got a bit more time, oh, we're actually gonna get a disconnect here. Don't do me like that, game. But yeah, it's going to be most effective then. If you're going to wait 50 minutes anyways, you got a bit of time to cover within those 15 minutes. We're actually going to get in the disconnect. Oh, we're not. Okay. No, we're not. Good. Thank you, game. Thank you very much. We've reached tier 4 as well. Of course, I'm not looking to reach tier 5. And this is the board right now. So we've got a total of 16 picks remaining. I've got 22 picks, and I'm not looking to do all of them. So best case scenario, you're going to clear the board until you've got a maximum of 4 picks left on the board, because if you win a Team Ring Animation matchup, you're going to get 4 picks. The board is the same. You don't get the picks. So if I go into a Team Ring Animation match now, I will not have those 22 picks that I've got remaining right now in the Team Ring Animation board, but the cards that are on here will be the exact same. So if I pick one off the board, that's going to be off the board in Team Ring Animation just as much. So that means if I get disconnected, I'm not going to be able to make picks. Of course, that makes sense. I'm actually going to go into a wild match now to make some picks, because that's going to be a bit faster to play. So we want to clear the board as much as possible, of course, to ideally guarantee us a shard if we go to Team Ring Animation match. So as soon as you're down to 4 picks as a maximum on the board, or 8 if you've got a pick doubler stored up right now, you are guaranteed a shard. And that is essentially what we're aiming for. Guaranteeing a shard every single game. So if you don't have ads, or even if you have ads, but you've got the time to do that, go grind through, go lower the board, the cards on the board, and guarantee yourself a shard every single game. That is of course best case scenario. If you're going to be unlucky like that, I mean, I'm saying unlucky, and you get resets pretty early and you keep resetting the board before you get to such a low number, that is going to be a bit unfortunate, like I do all right here. But again, you've got, if you're running out of ads, you've got 50 minutes to do that. So you're going to be able, I would assume 15 minutes, you're going to be able to get through 3 or 4 Elimination Chamber games plus the picks on the boards. So you've got a total of 48 picks. I think that is enough picks to get you quite low on that board. And we're actually going to take it into the Team Ring Animation. Now, of course, this is now not going to be best case scenario for the picks, but that was just the general strategy that I would advise you to go for if you've got the time. Again, this is, of course, very time consuming. So you're going to be having to play Elimination Chamber or Wild One to get picks, to grind down the board, and then play one game of Team Ring Animation, go back in the Elimination Chamber, grind it down, and so on and so forth. That is going to take quite a while. I do understand that not everybody's going to have the time or the patience to do that, but that is, generally speaking, the most effective way to get as many shards as possible, because as I've said, it guarantees you a shard every single game, and if you get 1 shard per game, that is, in my opinion, quite the good average, I would dare say so. Now, of course, we're looking to win that Ring Animation game as well. We've got now, I think we're back to the 16 cards that I started with on the board, funnily enough. I think that's exactly what we're back on now, which is going to be nice that he doesn't attack me there. I'm actually going to place it there. He's probably going to use that spot now that I kind of avoided. We're going to do that. And then we're going to do that and avoid fights. Good. Awesome. Always looking to avoid fights if possible, just like in the SN ring domination. Not want to get engaged in too much gameplay fights. So I'm saving myself some time. Lucky there that we got the shard on the first pick, and we'll get another one, maybe a pick doubler on top. No, but snowflakes are good to get. Again, we're at a point where we're grinding snowflakes and snowmen to actually get the fusions. I think I've got a snowflake fusion running right now, so right now I don't have enough snowmen to actually get another fusion. But of course, we've got another 6 days or so left, 6 or 7 days on the fusion, so that should be enough to grind yourself another few at least, to at least give you a good chance of maybe getting another pro. I for myself would be getting the third pro if that was going to happen, a second useful pro if it is SummerSlam 18 or higher. But of course, Gothic would be awesome. Talabreeze, Cassius Ono, all the ones I'm looking for there, or Carmel, of course, on the female, that would be even better. But I would take a Cassius Ono or Talabreeze just as much as the game is going to crash on us as well. It, just everything going smoothly and perfectly on this Christmas day. Unbelievable. We're actually going to jump in one more elimination chamber as I do want to make the picks. I'm hoping I got the picks. Ticket store, unfortunately, we got 20. Still no quests. Where are they? Where are they, Caddy? Bring us those quests, please. We need some more content to grind for, because we definitely haven't got enough. That is sarcasm, by the way. We've had plenty of content, maybe too much content as of late, with all the fusions and all that. There's been loads of stuff to grind for, so definitely not in need of any more necessarily. But the quests, I would assume, is something that you can just do on the side. You get by generally playing the game. If you played quite a bit, if you grind every mode a little bit here and there, I think the quests are something you're going to achieve through naturally playing the game, maybe excluding some things like I think spending credits was one that was on the previous that I've seen. So that, of course, is something that you don't necessarily get unless you do spend credits. But then again, you can argue and make a case for yourself: is it going to be worth it for me? Do I think I want to spend X amount of my credits to get that objective, or are you going to pass on that? In that, then I actually thought I lost that. But hey, Joe lost to AJ Styles, which is happy days for me. Maybe a chance for a perfect game then, question mark. Now got an up arrow, so he's gonna fight me, or not put it in there, please. He does exactly that. Of course he does. Not the smartest play there, because if I would have played the other one, or like one of the left arrows, I could have avoided fight here. I could do it that way, but hey, such is life. Good and awesome 8-1 a victory there. Unlucky just now getting the perfect game. But again, that's the way it's going to be. Hopefully going to get 8 picks now. Have we gotten the one for last game? Yes, we have. Can we get at least another shard here to finish off this video, please? Energy cards, of course, fine. I'm not gonna be mad about those. No, we're not. Okay, we're gonna play another game. Nope, I'm not down with that. We got one more bout. We're gonna play that. I want another shard. That's gonna bring us to up to 6 or 7 shards, I think, on the day, which I'm happy with. I think I can get a few more at one point or another tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm gonna be okay with that for today, and I hope the others on my team are as well. Generally speaking as well, just because I'm seeing that right now, if there is any of the team watching, of the guys that provide such support cards, or anybody else on any other team, always go for managers. Always. I would say to a point where even if you've got a shattered support card that's going to give you plus 2 million speed or whatever it's going to be, go for a Goliath manager or something like that ahead of them, because the chance of that support card actually being the winner, actually being game changing for you in ring domination especially, you don't know what stats are going to be called. So lowering a certain set or increasing a certain set on a card before you play it is not going to give you anything, because that set might not even be called, and then you get nothing out of that card. Road to Glory may be a bit of a different case, because you know the stats in advance that are going to get called, but ring domination, there's no point. So put in the lowest manager possible. I think there is a bigger chance of a manager that gives you 3 power to actually win you the match than just a random support card that's going to increase the stats of one card that might only play that one game, and that's not going to include that one stat that is going to get boosted. So I'd say in every single case, not every single case, I mean, I'm very aware that the other cards can be the difference maker, of course. They boost the stats quite heavily, the specific stats, usually more than the managers boost the team stats over the course of your deck. But generally speaking, I'd say it is definitely more worth to put in a low manager than a very high single support card, in my very opinion. And I think the reasons for that are very justifiable and do make sense to the point where I would advise to follow that opinion. Of course, if you've got a different opinion, feel free to voice that. Happy to hear another take. If you've got any takes on why you think it is better in those cases to take that single support card, feel free to educate me. Feel free to change my mind if you can. Now, are we gonna get a snowman? I think I've legit, but this is of course the second time, as I assumed, Christmas Day. I think Christmas Eve as well now has brought those cards back. I don't know if I mentioned that on video or on stream the other day. But yeah, it was just the obvious call, wasn't it? When they were in packs the other day, I got one snowman out of all the ones, and the rest were snowflakes. Of course, I'm not expecting snowman out of every single one, but I would like one every now and then, you know. So the Frosty is running right now. I don't think we got another 8 snowflakes for another Frosty, but that is not too much of an issue. That's just an owl running. If we had 8 for snowman, that would be a bit of a different story, but you can see there we got 1 so far. So we need a bit of grind to go for the next card. There are 2 days until the next SummerSlam 18 Fusion. That's been quite some time in the comment. And you know what? By now, I'm gonna think twice about actually proing those cards, unless it's gonna be a female pro. Because if it's gonna be a male pro, is it going to be worth it? Sacrificing essentially 1 fusion card, because as soon as you pro it, I lose a potential. What is that? That's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5.5, 6 days, 8. Probably like 2 weeks of time or so to get another higher fusion, be it Gothic or whatever, or whatever they're going to drop next. I don't know if they drop all 3 in one take. I think they did on Beast, Monster, and Titan, but that's again potentially 2 weeks they'll lose by proing the card, because essentially I'm making I'm taking 2 SummerSlam 18 cards and making 1 out of them. So I drop 1 card. While it might give me a bit of a boost in deck, it's not going to boost my top 8 anymore at this point in time. So I will definitely think about proing them, or just grinding for SummerSlam 18 cards to be ready and have as many as possible once we get higher fusions. This is going to be what we're going to come to a close of this episode, though. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys could get a little bit of tips and tricks towards team elimination, generally team events with the support cards, fusions, anything like that. Hope you could take something away from this video that's going to help you on your grind in SuperCard. Hope you also enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, leave a like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section down below. We very, very much appreciate you guys having an awesome Christmas, or had an awesome Christmas time, depending on when you're going to watch this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you guys have a nice rest of the day. Until the next one, I'm out for that one. Have a good one, and peace.